Hello, and welcome to Humblewood, our regular D&D 5e campaign. I am Abby, the dungeon master for this game, and I have four lovely players who will, as per usual, introduce their characters and, in the spirit of the Olympics, say what your character's favorite Olympic event would be if the Olympics existed.
You don't know that they don't.
Yeah, if all of the same events happened in Humblewood Olympics.
What Humblewood Olympics look like?
I'll start. So I'm Connor. I play Rutherford, the Vulpin rogue, and he is entirely too into the recent fad of way too relaxed marksmanship. That joke went over worse than I thought it would.
I don't know what that means.
Here I thought
Well,
everybody was up to date.
Crickets.
Yep, there's a lady from South Korea who has all this gear on her head, and she's just leaned back, cool, arm out.
Oh, you're
totally
talking about the
nonchalant.
Turkish man?
And then the Turkish dad as well. that's okay. Well, hopefully chat gets it. Thank you.
We'll workshop the delivery of
Yeah,
that one,
okay.
okay?
Yeah, we'll try again.
It's all right. I shouldn't have been so eager to go. It's okay.
Okay. This is where you should cut the episode to start.
Yep.
Redo it, workshop it.
You can do it at the end, yeah.
Okay. I am Logan. I play Bohuckle Corriefeather. What he would really be into shot put, but the shot put is like misbehaving
Just
people. You
stole
tie
mine.
them up and then
Mm.
throw them.
You hog tie them and then just
You
yeet
hog
them
tie
off.
them.
You're
Yeet
actually
them
playing the Highland
into-
games where
Yeah.
you're just taking real life objects and throwing them.
Throwing them. Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. I'll go next. I'm Sarah. I play Mungojerry Corriefeather, the bard, and fun uncle of the group. And I think his favorite would be the high dive because he's scared of heights, but he's also impressed when somebody can really pull it off, or the high jump. He's any of the high
Anything with high in the name.
yeah. He can just watch through one feather. Shot put was also on my list, but we can't all be throwing heavy objects.
I was also thinking about shot puts.
Oh my
Logan
God.
really stole my
we just
thunder.
want to yeet things.
All right, my name is Sean, and I play Ori Whitewing. Since there's no Olympic sport for drinking copious amounts of alcohol, we'll ixnay that real quick, and instead, I think Ori is tied between two different sports. The first being fencing, which I think he really likes to critique, because he thinks it looks really silly. And then judo, which is what he would actually participate in, and he also likes to critique, but he thinks judo feels a little more real than the Olympic fencing feels, which can get a little silly sometimes.
You can only move in two directions: front and forward and backward.
And vertically, they really are moving vertically.
That's a recent development that they've added to the sport, and it is a game changer.
It is a jump.
Perfect. Sarah, what happened last time?
Oh my gosh, things happened. We visited Figgery Figgins, the pale, extremely sick / cursed mouse we decided later was a kangaroo mouse, who is also a radio DJ in his spare time, and delivered his letter of love. And then, also had a friendly chat about why are you here and why are you in quarantine, and discovered that there's a strange monster roaming about the school. And it is a conspiracy because somebody has covered up the evidence of this monster and made Figgery think that he is simply sick when he is obviously cursed. And so we did that. We did a lot of looking for a monster to no avail. Winsworth, the dean, ransacked our rooms looking for a certain hot object. Did not find said object, and we plan on leaving him a little surprise to distract him. They want it because it's magical. And we researched things and we found out a lot of things about the Scorched Grove and steam creatures and
Yeah, a
other
lot about
things.
steam methods.
Steam methods. We talked to the perch guard that's here, and the perch guard was singularly unhelpful. In fact, frustratingly so. And then also Rutherford did a lot of snooping and talking with the necromancy teacher, and she was surprisingly reasonable. And maybe hopefully only into theoretical necromancy.
Perfect. So, end of last session, you had like recapped, I think, what you had learned in your research. So we will start afresh, with a new day, a new dawn, and you all have the academy at your fingertips yet again. Would you like to continue researching new topics, or do you have other things you want to accomplish?
So we had established on a quick viewing the necromancy for dummies, or for corvids, I forget what it was, book that I stole from the necromancy professor was like an 8 on a scale of 1 to 10 for, yeah, this is some
For
big bad
seriousness,
necromancy
yeah.
stuff. So I want to dig into that a little bit more and try and be surreptitious about it. So I'm probably not reading it downstairs in the library. I'm in somewhere a little bit more confined or secluded, parsing through that book and seeing what ties there would be to raising a creature of bone that curses, folk that are near it, or anything related to the necromancy that we saw in the swamp on the other side of the forest.
Okay.
I want to spend the day going around, sort of seeing if there's any funny business, like asking people, like, "Oh, hey, has anyone seen this weird thing?" Like, maybe say, like, I saw it at nighttime. See if I can, like, see if anybody else is like, "Oh yeah, I heard so and so saw something like that," or just, or if anyone's saying any like weird rumors.
Okay, specifically about the monster that you guys think
Yeah,
attacked
it was
the
like a
great.
bird
Yeah.
with a beak. Something. The beak was weird. I don't
Has
remember
two-
why.
There was
Yes,
multiple
skull
skulls.
top.
Two jaws, two upper
yes.
jaws.
That. And I'll have like a little sketch, and I'll like go around and be like, "Anyone seen
Have
this?"
you seen this monster? Okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen this taxidermy?
I think Ori wants to sort of that perch guard was totally useless. So he wants to I think he wants to like glide around the outside of the avium and or like climb. He's actually quite an accomplished climber and like really do some thorough searching um of the area where we saw the scratch marks, but also other areas, and maybe even scout out like the near woods areas for anything. And also, he's thinking maybe there's weird tunnels. So I think he might do trying to do some like ground searches for anything strange, as well as any sort of secret entrances or like weird things that unknown connections that would let someone pass in and out of the avium without going through the usual means.
Okay.
I would like to amend what I want to do. I no longer want to do what I said I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to instead go around in the forest and see if there's any like affected wildlife that seems to have the same curse as as Figgery.
Okay.
I would like to have a heart to heart with Fred, and by heart to heart I mean T. T to T. I feel like
Okay.
Fred must see a lot of things up at his little desk. And considering that I bullied him as Winsworth, I'm feeling like he might need a little emotional support right now. So I want to
Promise
go.
or false?
I want to go and lift his spirits and befriend him
'Kay.
and find out the scuttlebutt.
Sounds good.
Befriend him as Mungo?
As Mungo,
Or as
yeah.
the Dean again?
No, the Dean is for bossing around only. Mungo is for kind words and soothing teas.
Okay. We will start with the outdoor crew. Let's see. Bohuckle, go ahead and give me a nature check, and then Ori, what do you want to roll? Survival? Investigation? Something like that.
Yeah, survival or perception is what I was thinking. Like trying, maybe
Yeah, either of those is
Can I
find hidden.
argue
things.
for advantage because I can talk to trees to get hints from the trees
sure.
of like.
Don't you have
no,
to cast that spell?
what? No, that's just I can just do that.
You can just do that.
Yes.
You don't remember the bushes?
I
You don't
remember the bushes.
remember-
I thought it was a spell. What is it from? Your Gallus?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
I'm a chicken, John, so I can communicate. I
That means you
communicate
can talk to
solely in
plants.
simple language, and that simple language is universal.
Something more base than pheromones.
Oh,
It's like light or no
Oof.
light.
21.
Nice.
Two
Sean has a
21.
20.
pretty good.
Nice. Okay. So, what exactly were you looking for again, Sean? Jog my memory.
Kind of a lot of stuff, unfortunately. It was a real broad answer. I guess most interested in basically like any sort of tracks or connections to the outside that would suggest like a home base that's actually outside of the avium, or some sort of hidden tunnel system, hidden access system that could be. I mean, where's the giant monster going unless it's being summoned over and over again, which seems tedious and horrible. So, like, I don't know. Is there a giant underground tunnel, a rotten root that is actually hollow? Who knows?
So we had previously established that there was something amiss about the layout of the rooms, right, Abby? So there's suspicion that there's passages through the walls or something along those lines.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Like
don't remember
all
that.
throughout the avium.
all
I think
over
they
the place.
just don't abide by the laws of spatial dimensions in this place.
I'm just passing
Okay.
on the information I've got.
Well, I'm specifically looking then for interior to exterior connections.
Okay.
Since I doubt I'll be able to map the entire avium.
Yeah. You do not find any interior to exterior like secret walls or anything like that.
Okay.
So much so that you like check all the way around the tree and you're like, for sure there's nothing here. And then you get bored and you go into the library to see one of your friends. Whatever.
And that was your first mistake.
And we've already established that there's like servitor skeletons,
Theoretically.
They're not
Forgot
very
about those too.
common, but you see them occasionally in the library, and they're just like restocking the shelves or pulling books that Mordain tells them to pull.
All comes back to Mordain.
Oh, and the servitor skeleton that you pass entering the library, like you enter and you see him walking off into a hallway. and then he just stops in the hallway and like faces a wall. And then like twitches a couple times and then stands there for like a minute and then twitches a couple times and then turns around and comes back towards you.
I write that down as suspicious. And I go over to where it stopped and stared at a wall for a little bit. Is there any visible anything? Like, is there like a seam? Is there a little I keep wanting it since you said servitor, I keep thinking mechanical, so I'm like, is there like a radio transmitter that's giving it its commands?
Make an
Is
investigation check.
there a magic sound? Oh, we're fucked.
You can do it. Nope.
Zero.
Wait. I'm gonna spend a little luck point. I'm gonna re-roll. Let's do slightly better at least.
I don't think you can do worse.
7.
Not
Seven.
worse, but not
I think the wall maybe has a piece of art on it. And the art
I'm
you can
distressed by the art.
yeah, it's distressing art. It's like done by a theoretical necromancy student. And it's like skeletons and zombies in abstract form. And it's for sale for 300 gold. You can see next to the painting.
Support
Who would
local
buy this?
art.
That is so overpriced. 300 gold? Jeez. People have too much money on their hands these days. Okay, well. Ori will leave. He's dumb as a sack full of feathers. And maybe he'll let Rutherford know about this little tidbit later.
Sounds good. Okay. With a 21 Bohuckle, you are going and talking to trees to see if there's been disturbances in the forest.
Yeah, and I wanted to see if I can like triangulate or like get like, oh, there's like 4 things that are affected on this side, so it must be coming from over there. Like try and get like a general direction based on disturbances.
Okay. I think in the avium is this like big petrified tree, and then I think it's like grass, shrub stuff around it, and then it becomes forest further away. But you can talk to all the plants, and the
Mhm.
plants directly under Figure's window have been crushed and are sad.
Oh,
But they're recovering. They tell you they're on the up and up.
okay,
They're gonna make a comeback. They're sure of it.
okay,
They
good.
just don't want whatever stomped on them to come back because it was too heavy.
Okay. Are there any of your friends also crushed?
You can find like
A general sweep
trail-
of the grass, of sad grass. I want to find it.
a trail of sad grass.
He just empathies his way through sad grass.
You're
like
talking
a
to
metal
every
detector, but it's
blade
my
of
hand.
grass.
Like,
The trail of
just happy
sad
sad,
grass.
happy sad. Yeah.
Just it like starts near the entrance to the like floor entrance to the avium. And it does like a loop around and then seemingly goes back or like rejoins on itself.
Wait, so it comes out of the avium, goes to Figure's window, and then goes back?
Yeah.
It comes out of the front door.
Uh-huh.
What is this school, Abby?
Not subtle, that's what it is.
Okay. I will go relay this information. Who do I want to tell this to? I'll hold on to it.
Okay.
No, I'll go tell Rutherford.
Everybody's gonna report to Rutherford after this is all
Please
done.
passively collect information for me, and
He
I will
is
act
the
on it.
investigative specialist, we will
Yeah.
say.
Mungojerry, you want a tea party with Fred?
I feel like It's a surprise tea party. Like I get there before Fred at his little desk, and I'm
It's impossible. He's always there. He has a little cot behind the
Does
desk.
he sleep there? Fred! Oh, poor baby Fred, you need this tea party. Well, if he sleeps there, I'm gonna be right by his face, his
Mhm.
little sleeping face, and when he opens his eyes, I'm just gonna be like, "Oh, well, you're up now, lad. Here, have a tea," and I'm just gonna, like fuss over him and kind of, fluff him up and be like, "Oh, I've been wanting to talk to you. I know that, nephew of mine has been talking to you. And I'll just blah blah blah. We'll talk. Have a scone, blah 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 blah. More tea. You're doing great. I hear you know you see everybody, you know everything that happens. What has been like the most interesting stuff that's been going on? I'm too old. I need stories. I collect story. I'm gonna be like, I'm a bard. I need stories to inspire me, and all those youngins are running off today, and I just need to rest my feet. So I thought I'd sit with you, Fred. Um, no one better. No one better than you, Fred. More tea.
Okay. Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
The tea is disadvantageous.
The tea's not disadvantaged. The waking up in someone's face is disadvantage.
But I am so kind.
We'll see.
The only way to limit a bard's persuasion success is to give them disadvantage somehow.
All right. Well, I'll be like, I'll be very quiet when I wake. Oh, you're awake. Oh, I see. Well, don't mind me. I'm just hiding out here. 18.
Okay, 18 is pretty good. Yeah, you are quiet, and it's soothing for Fred to wake up with a comforting presence. He doesn't ever get to do that.
It's just find this, Fred. Tell me what
Mhm.
this is, Fred. Never. I want to hear what Fred has to say about life and the school.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want him to unload and tell me the most interesting things.
Yeah, Fred enjoys your tea. What kind of tea do you make him?
Oh, well, I think that what Fred really needs is the high L-theanine content of a strong and malty English breakfast. Double brew. Builder's brew style, so he's got cream and sugar in there.
Very good.
Which I also pull out of mystery compartment that holds cream and sugar.
Is it pasteurized, shelf-stabilized cream?
No, I got it from the cafeteria. I snuck in there and sweet talked my way.
It's from this morning. All right.
Yeah. So
Perfect.
I just brew him like 3 good old cuppas.
He pulls his cot out and like pulls the mattress off and replaces it with like a wood covering. And then he has those little like Japanese sitting mats, and he sets them up next to his
This is
cot to
lovely,
make
Fred.
a little tea table. Like, oh, it's just something I've been working on,
Oh, that's so ingenious.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's nothing better.
The dean told me that it was stupid and I shouldn't have nice things, but it's fine.
Listen to him, Fred. Do you know that we can't always listen to the deans now? They don't always really know what they're talking about. This is very nice. I am.
How do you become dean? You know what you're talking about. That's how.
You know about some things, but not many things. Usually you know about one thing in particular, and somehow that gets you all the way to the top. But you, Fred, you know about many things.
I'm really only good at one thing, though.
But that.
So that's going to take me to the top, you said. So that's pretty good.
Yeah. Somebody's going to have to replace Winsworth one day.
It might be me. He said I was getting a raise soon.
Well, there you go. He did say that, didn't he? Have some more tea now.
Like, interesting stories. Well,
yes.
You know your blue chicken friend.
Oh, I know all about him and his interesting stories.
Oh, you know all about his stories.
Well, sort of. What do you know about my blue chicken friend and his stories?
Well, he brought us this thing, and it's really cool, and I want to see it again. I don't know. It's very powerful. I've never seen so much conjuration magic before.
I know, he hasn't even let me touch it.
doesn't let you touch it? Do you know about
No.
it?
I mean, we are not allowed to talk about it. It's it's top secret.
Like, where does he keep it?
I couldn't even tell you. I think he might have left it in the room today, though.
Oh yeah.
But it's a little dangerous to keep a hold on.
I imagine so, but yeah. I mean, I
Because
guess
he
that's
still
not.
have charred feathers
Mhm.
from the tile.
All around his eyes are just like bear skin.
Never looked better, Fred. All right.
Like,
Well, yes. So he's pretty interesting. Anything else? Anything necromantic? Go. I heard that there's this whole necromancy scare at one point in time. That makes a good story, necromancy.
it
Shall
wasn't
we?
that exciting of a story. It's more like the necromancer was the dean, and then they secretly hired other necromancers to be in the other departments, and then they all took over and turned the other professors into zombies, and then they ruled the world almost, and then we stopped them. And by we, I mean none of us were really around.
Who stopped him then?
Oh, the person. I don't know.
The person.
The person. Like an old dean, I think. I'm not really a history
How
person. I
old
just
of
cast
how long ago
identify.
was this?
I don't know, like a century, maybe.
Oh, this is much farther back in the past than I thought. I thought this was like 5 years ago.
I mean, don't. Again, I'm not
Well,
a history
Fred,
person.
you
That's my
aren't
interpretation.
I get that. I understand. Now, you aren't a history person, but say is there a department with like the history of the school and everything? I'm thinking of a portrait gallery of all the deans somewhere, something like that. You can go. Is there?
There's a yearbook.
Oh, your book would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Might take it. Where would one find that?
Oh, that's in the library. I mean,
Oh,
like
the
everything.
library.
Yeah.
Everything good in the library.
It's a yearbook, so it's in the
So
library.
obviously you're so right. I don't know why I didn't think of that. And speaking of the library, have you ever been
To the library?
to the library?
I went on. Yeah, I've been. I went during orientation
What's it
week.
like down there as somebody who figures out what objects are? Any fun vibes? I heard some of the books are a little iffy.
If there's iffy books, people bring them to me. But I only went to the library that one time.
Yeah. And how did Mordain treat you? And the servitors? How long have they been here?
I mean, it was orientation week, so it was a whole group of us, and they like took us around, and they were like, "These are the servitor skeletons, and these is Mordain," and Mordain like waved hi, and then we moved on.
Oh, Fred, you really need to get out of your corner cot more. I feel like you need to take a little bit of a stroll.
But you told me if I'm get really good at one thing, I'll climb to the top.
I did. I told you that 5 minutes ago, though.
Fred, next Dean, you heard it here first.
I did hear it here first. Fred for Dean. Well, if you're gonna be Dean, Fred, you need an extra cup of tea. And I pour him another cup of tea. I compliment him on his lovely tea bed. And I say, I'll just take a little tottle on down to the library.
Okay. Fred, I guess the last thing that Fred tells you is he says there's not like other than the yearbook, there's not like a history department or like a history
Archive.
gallery or anything.
Yeah.
But there is a future department in the divination department.
Love that for us.
We love divination in this household.
Where is it?
I'm just trying to understand that sentence. There will be a department of divination in the future, or there is a department of the future, i.e. the divination
department of the future.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that.
Here's about history when you can.
Fred
see
can
the
also
future.
divine the future, and he said,
50
Pizza
years
Floor
from
with
now.
when I am Dean, 50 years from now, there will be a divination department. Yeah, so I'll get the direction of that from Fred.
Okay,
before I
yeah,
toddle
Red
on
gives
off.
you the direction of that. They have their own tower.
That's what I love, going to towers. Um, I'll go to the library first.
Okay.
It's easier to go down than to go up for old Mungo.
Okay, Rutherford, remind me what you were doing. / if you wanted to change it now.
I was reading my necromancy book, learning
Hmm.
about if there are ways to summon bad taxidermy, and apparently fielding other people's help desk requests for, hey, I found a, secret weird painting. Can we go investigate? Hey, there's the monster walking in through the front door. Can you go investigate?
Yep.
Question, Abby.
Mhm.
Do you get to the library through the front door?
Yeah.
Okay. So from that painting to Figure's window, you would pass through the front door.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I do not have the innate layout of this thing, but I think there's literally one entrance.
Oh, perfect.
And then from that one entrance, there's like the levitating elevator thing, like that's next to that. So you could go up and down that, or you could enter from the front.
Okay.
And then the front has stairs that go all the way up.
Yeah, isn't the library subterranean?
Yes.
It's like roots.
Yeah. Okay, this book, make an investigation check and an arcana check. 20 investigation,
Whoa.
17 arcana.
arcana.
That's pretty good.
I'll take it. I will take it.
With the investigation check, you notice that multiple pages of the book have been torn out. I don't think the pages are numbered. They're all like handwritten pages. But they've been torn out in like at least 5 or 6 places.
Okay.
Some amount of pages. With your arcana check, you both realize that this book is probably banned and would be very bad for somebody to see you with.
Which is why I'm in a broom closet.
Uh-huh. And being an intelligence caster, you think there are dangerous things to be gathered from reading this book for a longer time. Like, positive and dangerous. You know?
I.e.,
Like side
The
effects
book
are gonna
itself
something is
will
gonna
start
corrupt
to
you.
affect your psyche. Yeah.
okay, well, I mean,
You're
that
contractually obligated to be warned.
that hasn't stopped me ever before. So, we continue to
cursed.
read, and, we're looking for context of, like, the page that got torn out was between step 1, find a body, step 3, tell your new zombie to go do whatever. Like, figure out what might have happened on page 2.
Uh-huh. It's, the book seems to be written in sections. There's a section that's most of the book, that has a title that you probably can't read. I don't know what languages you speak.
Thieves can't. Vulpin. Birdfolk.
Yeah, you can't read.
Okay.
Header you can't read. Then there's a section with another header you can't read, but they look like rituals. Like if somebody wrote rituals into a spell book. And then most of the pages that are ripped out are from the spellbook section.
Okay.
And you see on the inside cover of the book, there's like a sticker that is cartoonified. Like, imagine the sun emoji and then the, like, no emoji. over
Okay, sure. No sun. Okay, is it like it's the sticker what a somebody who's skateboarding around town would slap up on the back of a stop sign? Is it like this book was formerly owned by no son, i.e. the man without a child, or like what?
Make an insight check.
Insight. Okay, I'm gonna get the vibes of a sticker.
Is it a book plate or is it? for fun?
10.
It's pretty stylized. You think it could be like a tag?
Okay. Okay. So I have an unfortunate request for you, Abby. I have on my person a spell book that formerly
Yeah.
belonged to one Jebediah.
Yeah,
You never told me what the contents of that spell book were.
I think I did.
Did you?
Come up with a bunch of
Yeah,
spells
I did.
really
It's right
quickly.
there.
It's right there.
It's right there in your chat thing.
Oh, is that? I find no such thing as this.
In your
It's-
Discord
it's-
chat? Or...
It's just right there.
Here it is. Here it is. Okay, great. I was expecting a list, not a run-on sentence. That's my bad. Well, that's really disappointing. I was hoping he would have, like, read things. If I look at the text of the spell Animate Dead,
Yeah.
do I see any parallels with any of the spells that are in this book?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Great. So bona fide.
A lot.
This will
actually.
raise some bodies. Text. That's
Bona
fantastic.
fide.
Okay. Well, I'm gathering that there's not much else I can gain from this without some type of translation.
Oh well, who do you know who can translate things?
I don't know.
Does paper made from trees count as a plant? Oh, okay.
Only if you've cast Speak with Dead first.
That is good.
And then you only get 3 questions.
And is that mediumship at that point?
Okay,
And you
and
can
there's
talk to the tree itself at that point.
There's no point of the book that is like a bestiary of things you might run into in the field of necromancy. I'm feeling a no.
I don't think so.
Okay, so that's
There's
great.
like, I don't know. Can you make? Yeah, you can make. I mean, the Animate Dead page. Somebody's like sketched a skeleton and a zombie. And it's like that level of.
Sure,
thing.
it's not
like
the Grimgrok is
No.
a 2-headed whatever.
No.
So okay, what I'm going to do then is ritually cast Illusory Script on this book to make it something so mundane that nobody would ever pick up this book.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck would read that? And
What-
we're gonna
what-
apply that to the cover.
You have to tell me what it says.
Story of My Life by Fred.
I think it's tackling a petrified tree.
Oh.
Ancient lineage of tree.
Yeah, it's gonna be a history of the tax reforms by Ecumenius II from, what the equivalent of Rome
Yeah.
is to this civilization.
Perfect.
Like, wow, that's an interesting bit of history. Bye.
Yeah.
So we're gonna, let's see, I can parchment paper or some other suitable writing material and imbue it with a potent illusion.
10 days. I've never cast this spell in my
Not
history.
once.
of
I've never even
5e.
seen it used.
Yeah. I wanted to branch out a little bit, so I took illusory script and mage armor.
Well,
So yeah, I'm gonna make it look like that, and I'm just gonna assume that I can make the cover and the interior of the book appear passable. The inside is
fine.
just gonna be all lorem ipsum. Like,
Yep.
There we go. And yeah, I'm gonna keep that on me probably, and then I'm gonna go investigate a painting in a library.
As you cast this illusory script and put this book away, you feel you feel the soul of the book reach out to you and try to take your hand.
I have very soft hands. It's natural. I can see why it would do that.
Which you can choose to accept or push away.
I mean, we've got to learn things. We're learning things.
okay, good.
Okay. You take it.
Yes.
Okay. You will attune to this book.
Oh boy.
It's a cursed book.
Of course it
Oh.
is. Of course.
Beautiful.
Logan hasn't
all right.
learned that spell yet.
So
Black blood
everybody's going. Bohuckle's going to Rutherford. Ori's going to Rutherford. Mungojerry is going to
Library.
the library.
And Rutherford is taking his collected birds to the library.
Perfect.
Wow.
Gotta catch 'em all.
We'll say Rutherford, you're finishing up illusory script as everybody kind of shows up.
Fantastic.
What are you reading there? Doesn't look like pertinent to the investigation.
It's a book on necromancy, but I get the impression that I shouldn't be walking around with such things, so I've disguised it. Very conveniently as something that nobody would ever read in their sane mind.
But they're not very sane around here, Rutherford, so be
They have a
careful with that
department on
gamble,
ancient
but
tax code, but they don't have a department on defending the forest.
they don't have a history department, but they do have economics, and so the tax code
See, that's the
relates to the
That's
economics.
the beauty of it, Ori. It's the history of the economics.
Anyway, I found some sad grass.
It's quite an ugly duckling.
Sad grass.
Yes, it was stomped on, and it was stomped on from Figure's window to the front door. So
Mhm.
whatever that beast is doing, it's hiding in the school somewhere.
Understandable.
But it's not that big of a school, so we should just sit at the bottom and then search and clear every room all the way to the top.
That will take a little longer than we have time for. Plus, we don't have access to every room.
Well, it's not like we found anywhere suspicious. We should start searching.
Well, I did find a very uncomfortable painting, but the real thing I'm uncomfortable about is all of these skeleton servitors they have wandering around, and they just don't make sense. They have a necromancy scare, and suddenly they want skeletons running around doing their bidding.
What if it's
Seems
what if
odd.
it's all of the old necromancers? They'd punish them by turning them
Oh,
into.
wow, that would be funny. Ironic.
Mungojerry, you walk by them arguing about painting or whatever they're doing to go find the yearbooks. Can you all make perception checks, please?
Is that including Mungojerry or
Yes.
is that okay?
All?
I think Mungo is just going
Eyes
oodle
like an
lolly,
owl.
oodle lolly golly, what a day. Going to the yearbooks, gonna have a good time. I got a 22.
That's good. Okay, Sean got the highest. So, Ori, as you're saying what really makes me uncomfortable, something makes you uncomfortable yet again because you glance down
Okay.
and the lighting in the area is kind of like, I don't know, inconsistent. There's like magically charged bulbs or ever burning flames or whatever on the walls. So your shadows like flicker usually. But as you glance down, you see your shadows like separated from you. Like where it should connect to you, it's like a foot off.
Is
and
that
you're like,
everyone,
oh.
or is that just Ori?
And you know, Mungo, I haven't drank anything today, have I?
You drink something every day.
Nothing.
Well, I had my
nothing.
morning
You had your morning.
constitutional
No, you had your morning constitutional. That was it. But I gave you. It was a
and
low
my
alcohol.
nightcap.
Yeah, that was last night though.
Okay, Rutherford, I am
And then your
not.
shadow draws its sword.
Ooh.
What are shadows supposed to do normally? Look at your shadow.
Look down.
Your shadow, what weapons do you have? Your shadow's pulled out
Got all kinds of things. There's
a
daggers
dagger,
falling out all
probably
over the place.
double daggers, and your shadow is also like slowly separating itself from your feet.
I Ori starts like stomping his shadow. Get back on the ground. He's just like, he lays down. He's like, I don't know what tomfoolery this is. But get back. I
And
don't
then
think shadows are supposed to do that.
As all of your shadows are separating from your bodies, they reach like a critical point away from you and then start like 3D-ifying themselves and like raising up in front of you. And then
It's
we
a
will
little
roll
questionable,
an
but that's not supposed to happen.
It's very,
Here's my
very Howl's Moving
homemade map.
Castle.
Let me clear this.
Well.
I keep my
Okay.
18.
Yes.
Where? Oh, where's this button?
Oh, perfect. The 1 in 400 chance.
Actually.
Oh.
Oh.
Perfect. Bohuckle, you are first.
What do these look like?
Assuming
look
shadows
like-
don't count as undead.
Do shadows count as undead? We'll find out. Turn undead.
All the servitors are about to be really
Oh,
fucked.
fuck. They're fine.
What's your DC?
I think 14.
14. Okay.
What's your turn undead look like, Logan? With your herbs?
Yeah.
You don't even know where I got it, but I pulled out like a, is it a sensor?
Yeah.
That little
Yeah,
thing.
sensor.
And I just start
With
spinning around so fast, it creates. What did Sarah try and do with the? She tried
A
to
flail
make
cyclone?
yeah, it makes a sensor cyclone, and it just slowly expands.
it's like run Catholic mass. All
But like on steroids. It's like if the shot put and Catholic mass were combined.
Mhm.
You see your shadow being like the first in the swing, gets caught up in it and starts like swirling around.
Yeah.
And then you hear from the library next door that Mungojerry's shadow is also swirling.
We took out the 2 most dangerous ones.
They are truly a shadow Gallus.
Yeah. Oh, and then as a bonus action, I will spiritual weapon. Here.
'Kay.
And it's gonna be a second sensor, but it's not. It's just gonna be whapping things.
His main job is to whap.
Yeah. And I will hit Connor Shadow.
Oof, good.
9.
9 misses.
I'm just confused. It just looks just like her. I don't know who to aim at.
I need to stop wearing such dark clothing.
Yeah. That's all.
Ori.
Okay. We're gonna be a little fun. Ori's feeling adventurous. There's all this magic around. He's going to let's see. I don't know. I'm trying to think what this looks like. I think it looks really silly. I think he's got his axe out and his shield, and he with his axe, he sort of like taps his helmet twice, kind of hard, and he's gonna cast Bless using his fancy magic helmet.
Very good.
Ooh.
And I will cast it
I have
on
a
all
magic
3 of
helmet.
the others.
Okay.
For his action,
Boy, remind me what Bless does.
D4 to
Uh,
attacks.
D4 to attacks and saving throws. Fortunately, I think that I think he's gonna shift around his shadow, but he won't leave it.
Okay.
And he'll be like, and I think it does. I like to imagine the bless gives everyone a little bit of radiance somehow, maybe like not a lot, but like be like, oh, you should have an easier time seeing Rutherford now. That's the end of his turn.
Perfect. Rutherford.
So as I stand here with the glow of a pregnant mother,
Mhm.
Just a little pearlescent, a little luminous.
Logan, what does the turn undead look like for you? Are these guys frightened? Are they running away? Do I have advantage to attack them that are turned? What mechanically do we get?
Oh, turn undead. They have to move as far away from me as they can. They have to dash and move as far away from me as they
Yeah.
can until they can't see me, and then
I think they can make a save when they can't see you.
yeah,
Okay, but they don't have like the frightened condition or anything.
it can't take reactions. No, they don't have the frightened.
Can't take reactions. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well that tells me I'm going to continue to focus on the shadow adjacent to me. I'm just going to circle around him a little bit, and then pull out my own 2 daggers and give him the old stabby stabby. The first one will be a booming blade stabby.
Nice.
16 to hit on the first.
Yep.
24 to hit on the second.
Yep.
Let's see. So that's only 9 total damage, because I don't think I actually get a sneak attack on this if I don't have advantage.
Right. And that's all piercing.
Yes. Oh, actually, that reminds me, I get to re-roll that 1 that I got for piercing damage because of my feat that I took, which is actually a 7, which makes it a total of 12 instead. Piercing.
A lot
Beautiful.
of piercing.
It could be so much more, Sean.
Pierce your shadow, and it does more than you think that piercing what your shadow should do, because it shouldn't do anything. But it doesn't. It's hard to get purchase.
It is ethereal.
It is ethereal. Okay, the shadows are gonna go. This one is gonna run to corner. If they can't see you anymore, does it matter?
No, it's just for a minute until
Beautiful.
they take damage.
This one is gonna go this way.
And if they can't get further, they just dodge.
Okay. Let's try 40 feet. Oh.
It's a good spell when you're fighting undead.
Next level, it could have just instantly destroyed them.
Killed them,
probably.
yeah.
Get away!
Those 2 run. The Ori shadow that drew its sword is going to. So you have an axe, not a sword. Drew
Yeah.
an axe.
This is D8. Same.
Is going to axe you for a 13 to hit.
Axe me. What's its question? That does not hit.
Okay.
I say
and
it says, "Can I hit you?" And I say, "No, no, no."
no. And
Sorry, not
Rutherford's
today.
shadow will attempt to dagger you as you just daggered it for a 7.
That is
It also misses.
a miss, yes.
Beautiful. Mungojerry.
I am going to move over here. And I'm going to cast Bane on the 2 shadows.
Yeah. What's the save?
It has to make a saving. Hold on. Share.
What's your saving number? though? What's your
Charisma.
spell? Oh, spell DC 13.
Charisma saving throw.
Charisma.
A,
There you go. It is fine.
you cast Bane and the darkness just gets absorbed into the darkness that is the shadows.
Wow.
What's that mean?
You could have had the amazing Bane Bless combo. It means they saved on that saving throw. Or they're immune
No.
somehow.
Great. Love that for us. Well, I'll say give him the old one to Rutherford, and I'll give you a bardic inspiration, and I'll also inspire you by telling you how much better you are than your shadow.
Nice.
Okay, Bohuckle.
We always liked you more than your shadow.
Okay. I'm gonna. I bet I can start here. So, the spiritual weapon sensor is gonna like flail it, and then I'm gonna take my sensor and I'm gonna like throw it. It's gonna become like a whip or like a what is that? Like a metal ball on the end of a chain, and I'm gonna
flail.
use it a
Flail,
flail,
yeah.
but a long, but not like a swing. You like throw it, and then you can like pull it back.
Like
Okay,
a
an
fantasy
There's
slap.
actually a name for those. They're
Yeah.
like meteor hammers or something.
Yeah. But it's gonna be a sacred flame, so I'm just gonna
Yeah.
like sprinkle it. It's not gonna hit it. It's gonna like sprinkle
Okay.
radiant
Yeah.
on it. And both of those are gonna hit this one.
Prankle.
So,
The
spiritual
Rutherford
weapon.
one?
Yes, 20.
Yep.
Whoa.
Do we think it's weak to radiant damage?
7 force damage.
Okay.
And
It
Oh my
it
gosh.
is sad and dies.
Oh,
You
Ooh.
smack it with your radiant force damage from your I don't know what your spiritual weapon looks like. My thing of
sensor.
it. Okay, your sensor. You smack it with your sensor and it
Mhm.
like melts into the ground and then melts back to match up with how a shadow should be.
is it
Okay, well,
attached to me?
Yeah.
Don't
okay,
love
well,
that.
then I'll
Just gonna
say
regenerate like every hour. We're just gonna have to fight him again.
I'll
That would be interesting.
I'll change that. I'll be like, all right, duck, and then the sensor's gonna go sailing over your head and
I
sprinkle
duck.
the one in front of you and come back. So that's
Okay.
sacred flame. It makes
Riz. Dex.
I think it's Dex.
I think it's Dex too. 12.
It is.
Oh, 7 radiant damage.
Nice.
That's good.
Perfect. It does not melt, but you can see your radiant sprinkles like sprinkle holes into it, and then it has to reform into the holes, and it dilutes its substance.
Okay, and then me and the spiritual weapon are gonna walk this way.
Ori.
Okay, Ori's just gonna do his own 1-2, which is double battle axe. Against the shadow right in front of him. So battle axe 1.
Nice.
Double
15?
battle axe.
It
10
dies.
slashing damage.
And by dies, I mean it melts and reforms to your feet.
I think Ori gives it a little test tap with like the butt of his axe to make sure it's not doing anything weird, and lifts his foot and is like, okay, I think it's normal
Everything
again.
checks out.
And then I'll run up to be next to, yeah, like slightly in front of. I can make that, right? That's not that far. Oh, it's a little far. What is right next to us? Is it your spiritual weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just be friends with your spiritual weapon.
It's like we're walking down a church with me and my centaur.
Aw.
Rutherford, you're up.
We are going to move and then dash as a bonus action. See, if I move up to here, I'll look around the room a little bit. I'll see that there's one guy close to me and one guy far away, and I'll run towards the closer one, and then decide who's more important to be on screen right now, Ori or myself, and just zoom out. That'll solve that problem. There we go, great. And I stab this guy with my dagger.
Do it.
Yeah, straight roll. Actually, it'll be Booming Blade, but starts with a dagger attack now, doesn't it? Oof. 8. I'll go ahead and add a D4 and a D8. So total of 15,
That hits.
and I deal some 6 piercing damage.
Perfect.
And he is booming bladed.
He's been boomed.
Dude's been clapped.
You've been
Boom, boom.
boomed.
He no
Got
longer.
that boom boom pow.
Yeah.
Okay. Shadow's turn. This one dodges. This one next to Rutherford breaks
Ow.
out of turn undead, turns around at you and attacks you. Whose is that? That's
Mine.
Bohuckle's.
Yeah.
Pulls out a
Yeah.
sensor and tries to.
Oh
poke you
no, a
in.
dark sensor!
Oh, 22.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
22 will hit.
Okay, you take 6 necrotic damage and roll a d4.
Just a cursed boy this episode.
This is how it gets us.
D4.
It's a
Oh,
1!
Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, your strength is reduced by 1.
Thank God.
Oh my gosh. That's dangerous.
I think you just die if it gets too low.
Well, I got 7 of
It
those
gets
to
to
go,
0.
so let's just keep rolling ones. Logan, I previously had, I think, aid cast on me. Is that a daily
No-
thing that you're
oh.
doing for us, or is that just that was a one-time thing?
I haven't been doing it when we're in school because my spells
Fair
are
enough.
more useful.
So I take all that damage. That's fine. I am done.
Okay, perfect. This shadow also melts into the darkness.
My shadow's just
Ex-
so effective, guys.
Excuse?
Yeah.
It melts into the
It
darkness?
melts into the darkness.
Does it move?
No. The lighting in here is very dim.
I'm asking if it mechanically moved.
No, it doesn't. It just goes.
Damn.
Ooh.
What
Feels
was
bad.
that?
Just like that. Mungojerry.
Alright, I'm going to move here. I'm going to square up with my shadow. And I'm going to use Mungo's version of vicious mockery, which we have previously established is vicious encouragement. And so I'm going to proceed to try and encourage my shadow to do a better job about being me, but I'm actually implying that he's like doing a terrible job being me. It's not the way that I use my cat all the time. You gotta hold that up. And I mean, you call yourself a shadow, but really, I mean, you could be Bohuckle for all the amount of detail you got there. I mean, what's the level of? That's not no exquisite detail. Now, I've seen some exquisite detail before, but that's just really not it. We can focus a little bit on the face. And what about the movement? What are you trying to express? Express a little bit more. There's some joviality there. And I'm just gonna do that to my lovely shadow.
That's a wisdom saving throw, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It mocks you. Like
It
mi-
mocks me back.
yeah,
I'm
but
encouraging
it
it,
doesn't
and it
actually
mocks me
say
back.
anything. But it looks like it's being sassy back.
Oh. Oh well, don't try to get fresh with me. You don't even know how to pour tea now, do you? You have to be the character. This is not it. Okay, great.
And I will. Anybody want a bardic inspiration? No.
I mean, I'll never say no to one.
End my
You already have one.
turn.
I just
You
spent it.
already have one.
Oh,
I'll give you another bardic inspiration since you asked for one. I'll be like,
This one knows how to get fresh. He has condensation, condensation down. Learn from him.
and I'll give you a bardic inspiration.
And I'll look to that
tap into
shadow
your-
as my muse.
Yeah. No, he
Okay.
should look to you as his muse because you are the soul of British condescension.
Wit and brevity.
Mm-hmm.
Bohuckle.
What is this in the corner?
Small light.
W-
But it's like
More detail, please.
it's
How is it being illuminated?
it's a continuous flame
Ah, perfect.
like-
Okay,
covered in a hood
nice.
that dims the light.
Okay. I have two options, and I want you to tell me. You can shoot down one, but I will not let you shoot down both. My thaumaturgy can either brighten flames,
Uh-huh.
but if it is too hooded, well, that would not be effective.
Right.
What is a shutter, if not a window to a candle? And I would like to throw it open with thaumaturgy.
I think thaumaturgy could definitely break a glass frosted enclosure. That
Yeah,
feels
you
yeah.
You can break it. I don't think you can gently open it.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I'll
great.
break it. Yeah. Okay. Well, I will move up here and do that, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna move the sacred or the spiritual weapon here.
Beautiful. This shadow being illuminated in light is now visible again.
I'm
Ori.
my own worst enemy.
I'll run over to that shadow next to Rutherford. I also have dark vision, by the by. I don't know if that affects anything.
not dark
but
anymore.
These shadows seem to like to disappear. It's not dark in that corner. How far do you think that light goes?
Light travels forever, Sean.
Does it? Does it go through objects? Remind me again.
Glass.
Uh,
The world of glass.
There is no glass. You got rid of it. You broke it. Okay. And then I will attack with I'll do a menacing attack against this shadow.
'Kay.
So with my battle axe again. 18 to
18
hit.
hits.
Four slashing plus whatever my dang thing is. Also, it'll need to make a save, which I think is 14. It'll need to make a wisdom save.
'Kay.
If you're confused, if you think it'll be too close to call, let me know, and I'll figure out what my save is. What my save DC
No,
is.
you can see you attack it and you do damage, like the way that you've been doing damage to the shadows, in that like it's hard to find purchase, but you can tell that you do damage it. And then you see with the persistence and sometimes stubbornness of Bohuckle, it like shrugs your fear effect off.
How dare. Okay. Well,
Does
it's
the-
gonna
I ain't
take
scared of you. My shadow ain't either.
an extra d8 of damage. Fuck.
Sean.
They're bad damage rolls.
Well, you know what? Doesn't matter. It's incorporeal or whatever.
Rutherford.
Oh, this is
He's
quite
better with things that bleed.
disappointing. Okay, there is a shadow in front of me.
Mhm.
I would like to stab it with a dagger.
'Kay.
Things did not go to plan.
You do have sneak attack now, though.
I do, which is nice.
19 hits.
Is this a sneak attack?
Yeah, right?
I mean, okay. It can be a sneak attack. I'm choosing to declare this as a sneak
sure.
attack.
Do you want to sneak attack against the other guy?
Possibly.
I don't know if you can.
I don't. Yeah. Okay. This
How
is a
would you
sneak.
get
this,
advantage?
This is definitely a sneak attack, and it's my only attack. So it is. I'm gonna roll that damage again. 6 plus 6 is 12.
Yep.
Piercing.
Okay.
Is he
He's
alive?
still up.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just smack him again then. Another dagger. That's a crit!
Whoa.
See, this
Nice.
is why we wait, guys. This is why we wait.
Oh,
Is it really?
It is. Okay, actually...
You're not from the Department of the Future, so you don't know. Didn't know that was gonna happen.
Let's see, I'm going to choose to
Maybe he
re-roll the 1 that I got on my d4. No, wait. I've already done that once this round. I can't do that. So it's just 11 piercing damage.
Okay. The shadow melts into the ground and goes through the bookshelf to join up with Bohuckle.
Just swoops on through him.
Oh, welcome back.
Just slurps right back up.
Better be nice this time.
And then spend my 60 feet of movement, moving over here.
Okay, this shadow is
And-
still dodging over here. Mungojerry.
Ah, well, Mungo, having realized that his shadow is but a pale imitation of himself, has decided, and namely because it cannot talk, which is Mungojerry's strong suit, sing, talk, emit extremely loud shattering noises. He's going to cast Shatter.
This library is
Destroying
ruined.
the library. The books, unfortunately, are gone.
And I feel like we've established that his noise is like just a piercing resonance
Mhm.
that comes from like an overtone he makes with his upper palate. So
The bookcase gone. The books, paper pulp.
Liquefied. Paper mache.
Okay, 11 thunder damage. What's
Plus
the
the
radius
4?
of shatter?
Like 20 feet.
10. No.
10,
no.
it's 10.
The
It's a
radius
square
is
or a
10.
circle?
It's
10-foot
radius
radius
sphere.
Radius sphere.
Okay.
Would you
Everybody
believe
say
that was
radius
a
sphere.
yeah, radius sphere.
You
That was
might.
a weight-bearing
you could
segment.
argue that you missed that.
No,
Yeah,
I think
if you like if you just do this.
Yeah.
Then
That
you...
wall though, absolutely fucked.
That wall is having a rough day. They're really gonna
Luckily,
need to patch
behind
up
the
that
wall
part of the
is
tree.
just petrified tree.
The tree is coming down. That was
There's
a weight-bearing
chunk of
segment.
tree gone.
Just the wait, I was gonna say, does it open up an access to a hidden passage?
Mungo
I
would
mean,
love to be the person that brings down the avium.
With your voice,
literally.
and just singing, and the trees falling down around you.
wow, truly an evil mastermind. The PR
Good
on
to
that is
go.
gonna be tough.
Great. That's it.
Excellent. Bohuckle.
Oh, me again.
time flies when you've got
Uh,
one enemy alive.
I assume there's no longer a light over here.
This is Over
The
here is
dead zone.
darkness.
Okay.
Over here is lightness.
Well, somewhere here in the middle is the perfect Goldilocks amount of
This is
light.
dim.
Okay. Oh my god. Are these bookshelves?
Yeah.
I assume I can't walk through a bookshelf.
No.
I mean, I could fix that for you. Do you want to?
You could just put it right here, break all of them. I don't think I can reach this thing. So, 60 feet. Okay. Yeah, I'll Sacred Flame it.
Oh, it's like Sacred Flame can reach it.
So, dex save.
You bonk it big time.
Bonk it big time.
Big bonks.
Wait. Oh. Yeah, okay, I already did the damage. Yes,
Yeah, you
4
did.
damage.
Yep,
4 radiant
perfect.
damage. And then the spiritual weapon slowly move up 20 feet.
It's more of a you come to us spiritual weapon.
It's not Spirit Guardians, you know. This spell's not
Ori.
OP.
Okay, I will move up as well. I can go. Can't go not super far either. And then I will. You know, we haven't done this in a while. He'll drop his axe and he'll pull out a longbow. Fire off a close range shot. You don't really need long range in this.
Dude, like shooting a shadow in a barrel.
Yeah. He can.
Yeah,
21.
that hits.
7 piercing
Nice.
damage. Is it still hanging around?
It is still hanging around.
Lord.
Okay, I'll action surge and I'll do it again. 16.
Nice.
6
Now
damage.
it is not hanging around. Or it is hanging around just down here with Mungojerry.
And that will teach you to get uppity again.
Mungojerry, as your
Um,
shadow rejoins with your body, you see it make a last ditch effort to spite you, and it pulls out its like tea kettle and pours water, and you can see the liquid like pouring down, and then it slowly fades away, and it reforms your shape.
What's that about?
I don't know.
I'm still not sure I didn't hallucinate at all, so.
Bursting through this door down here, you see Mordain enters.
Mordain, what kind of operation are you running
Yeah,
here?
And he's like, "What's
They-
happening back here? I heard a scream. Are you all right? I'm
But
sorry.
we
I
also heard a couple of chatters as well. Some stuff was broken.
No, not. What was broken? And he comes back here and like.
I
starts
trust in
investigating
this school's ability to protect us.
Our trust is broken.
Well, I can. No one has ever been attacked in the library before. I tried to make it
You
here. as
can't
fast
say
as
that
I could.
anymore.
Well, I can't.
Our shadows, they came alive and they were, well, some of ours were more effective than the others, but some amount of damage was done by them.
Have
The
you
alarm,
considered-
it's so weak.
You said they're your shadows. That sounds like you brought this in.
I don't think that's how that works.
I don't
They've
know,
never
but-
attacked us before, and yet the first time we're in a magical tree, our shadows come to life and attack us. I've lived
Also-
with this shadow for over 30 years, and it's been fine the whole time.
Look what happened over there. The library exploded. Well, how do you explain that?
Oh yeah, I don't know how that happened. It just exploded on its own.
Make a deception check.
Which of us, me or her?
Bohuckle with advantage.
Okay.
Love that for
Damn
us.
it.
Oh.
He looks at you over his tiny glasses that don't do anything. He's like, now, You can tell me the truth. You won't get in trouble. It doesn't look like that was a weight-bearing bit of the tree. We're
Oh,
fine.
okay.
Oh,
Well, in that
darn.
case, Mungojerry exploded his shadow over there.
It's like whatever you need to do for self-defense.
Yeah, you can bill
Um,
Alderheart for the lamp.
Yeah,
Thank
Bill
you.
Alderheart. The city hall will pay for it.
Well,
I
they
really
might give you a
appreciate
small
that.
sum of money that isn't at all related to the amount of damage that was caused. But they'll
Well,
really play it up like a large
we learned
sum.
a lot about how to repair petrified trees. So somebody just get one of the students to fix it up. Anyway,
More than nothing like this has ever happened before. Anywhere? Ever?
Not that I know of. Well,
Well,
I
you
can't.
don't know anything about
I
history,
can't
do you?
speak to everywhere, forever, anywhere.
Mordain. I was originally coming down here before I was so rudely attacked. For a yearbook.
Hmm.
I would like to see the yearbook, please.
He's like, well, you'll need to go to the yearbook room for that.
There's a
Right.
room.
They've got a whole
for
room?
it. It's
Take
such a big
take
book.
us to there.
Okay. He will take you to the yearbook room after he replaces the lamps.
Mordain, there has to be some sort of spell that causes your shadows to come to life. That's not normal.
I mean, I agree. I don't know what to tell you, but
There's supposed to be some kind of
You don't know
necromancy.
every spell? You don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of every spell?
no, I'm
Not a
not even a
librarian, are you?
spellcaster. I'm just a librarian.
Then why are you in this school?
This school, though.
Get out of my
People
sight.
come here to learn, not just magic.
Yes, they also come here to kill innocent adventurers.
Where is the art piece in all of
It's
Oh, it's just
in-
over there in the corner. It's quite ugly.
it? Did we pass it?
You
Who
shattered
bumped
it by accident.
Did I shatter it?
No, it's in a random hallway.
I feel like we should ask Mordain about it while we're on our way to the yearbook room.
No.
Okay.
That's the
Are you
secret
sure? Because
investigation
it's not
happened.
fun. Oh.
Gotta-
All right, fine. I will be the distraction and you be the secret.
There we go. This is the way it should be. We don't bring attention to the things that we are doing.
Sometimes
Bringing
we do.
attention is good if you want to
It's-
see if they have a tell.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, I only have a 2 in insight and a 7 in investigation, so I know what I prefer to do.
Mordain, I'm just gonna be making Mordain explain everything about the yearbooks while we're talking and asking 1,000 questions
Okay.
to distract him.
Make a persuasion check.
Sure do. And what's this over here? And I know you don't have an encyclopedic history of spells, but how many books are in this library, would you roughly say? And if you were to divide that in half, and if you had to hire somebody else to take care of it, who would do that? And what servitors to decide? What makes a servitor anyway? And I'm just going to lob question after question at him. And as an educator, he will feel responsible for giving me a lesson or a complete response. 26.
Okay, nice. You're able to keep him engaged. Like he tries to make excuses a couple of times, like he has lists of books to make or books to pull for other people, and you're like, no. This is the most important right now. So you can keep him around.
There's nobody in this library anyway, so
there
gotta
there
deal with
are
the
people
loudest-
sometimes.
he has to deal with the loudest person in the room because this is a library, and I will get progressively louder the slower he is to answer a question.
Might even get close to shattering again. You never know. Bookshelves start vibrating a little too quickly.
If I get on edge, things can explode real easily.
He has something to tell you about, but I can't find it.
I think
Really, Mordain?
Mordain, think, Mordain, think.
Does he
There's no-
actually have something to tell us about how long ago the necromancy takeover was?
It's what he has to tell you about. Where is it?
I don't know.
Let's go on break and I'll find it.
Okay.
That's a simple enough solution.
Woohoo!
We'll be back in just a minute.
Okay, we're back. I found what I needed to read you, Sarah. So you're
Love this.
you're in the yearbook room with Mordain, holding him hostage.
Hostage to information.
Yeah, hostage to information. He doesn't seem happy about it at first. But then you start asking him like history questions, and he gets a little bit more into that. He's read a lot of books. So he tells you,
You know who doesn't know a lot of history? Fred. But you, Mordain, you look like a man who knows his history.
he tells you things as he's like pulling out yearbooks for you to look at, and he's like, "Oh, and this year was the year that we displaced the necromancer." Like he tells you everything you want, and then like the necromancy takeover was like, I don't know, 45 years ago, something like that. More recent than what Fred said, but still not like 2 years ago.
Yeah, but like in living memory, it is conceivable that somebody is still alive from the time that the
Yeah.
necromancy.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Do
And
I see anyone we know in these necromancy yearbook takeover years?
in the necromancer yearbook takeover years, no. I think that's too far away for you to know. But you can like you can ask about Jebediah, and he'll pull out like a yearbook that like the year Jebediah graduated, which was like 20 years ago or something. Ish.
You need to look into your alum. That's all I'm.
And then you're talking all this stuff about necromancy, and he gets like conspiratorial look on his little owl face.
Oh, you can
His
tell
little
me, and I
glasses.
like look over my fake glasses so that he can look over his real glasses.
Yeah, he looks over his real glasses that don't do anything for him, and he's like, "Well, I'm a little concerned about what's happening in this school right now."
Me too, as well. Me too.
Me too, as well. Like, yeah, a few days ago, Professor Nightseed. Have you met her yet?
I haven't heard good things.
Okay. Yeah, she came by with a rather unusual request. But she's a full professor, so I made it happen. She was looking for this tome of very powerful necromancy spells, and usually we don't let dangerous books like that leave the lower library, but she insisted, so I gave it to her. Of course, she returned it after a day or so after studying it, as was requested. But recently that book went missing from my shelves. I don't know what's happened to it. I'm waiting to hear back from the appropriate channels, but it seems that whoever has taken the book might be involved in this.
I don't know anybody with suspicious books at
He's
all.
like, I have my own suspicions, but I can't level such an accusation without any proof. So if
you can tell old Mungo, I would never tell anybody else who's not involved in this matter at all.
he's
ever.
like, Professor Nightseed put up a whole fuss about having to return the book within 24 hours and all this. So I just
What
think
does she specialize in? Like, what was her dissertation on? Like, what's her thesis? What's,
it's on resurrection magic, theoretically.
Yeah. Can I read that? Is that on file?
Yeah, all of the dissertations are on.
I would like to go to there, please. And I would
He
like her
takes you.
yearbook.
He takes you. Well, he shows you her yearbook.
Okay, great.
And I think she graduated during the like necromancy takeover years.
Why was she not included in the necromancy takeover purge?
They just purged all the professors. They didn't purge all the students.
She wasn't a professor. Okay,
No.
got it.
Yeah, no, she graduated during that time before they got rid of everyone. Yeah. And then he takes you to the dissertation room, and like would really like to get back to what he's been wanting to do. If you'll let him.
Sir, I'll let you go this one time, but I might need you again because I cannot be trusted with fine paper objects.
Like, all right, well, if you
This
need
archival
anything,
material, you know, it's delicate.
there's
Yeah,
a little
you-
bell next to like all of these specialized rooms, and he's like, if you need anything, just ring the bell, and I'll come as quickly as I can.
Great. Where are the servitors in the room? Can I see any?
There's one in the
There's one.
dissertation room. It's like going around and checking the shelves.
Gee. Who? And I think I would be like, oh, Mordain, like who keeps up the servitors? Like who's in charge of that? I know you're not a spellcaster, so like you're not in charge of that. But who does that?
Sarah, why do you have to ask the hard questions?
Inquisitive minds want to know. I mean, but thinking about the book,
I mean, I'm thinking about the servitor staring at a painting that's sketchy and
Rutherford got his book from her office, so it can't be the same book that's missing.
it could be, right?
No, because I mean, I guess maybe if she had stolen it
And then
from,
She never returned it to the library.
she did
took
return
out.
it,
she returned it to the library and then it disappeared
and
from the
then
library.
it disappeared. So it's possible she
Ah,
stole it again,
that,
I
Because
guess,
she
or
wasn't done
somebody
with it or
else
something.
stole it.
But then why would she just put it back on her shelf? Like that hardly feels like.
Right, just
Maybe
like
it's a different book, and she cast her illusory script to turn it into what you read.
I mean, I scrutinized
Oh.
that book a lot. I probably would have noticed that. It's only a DC whatever check.
she's a theoretical necromancer. You don't know what her DC is.
I mean, it would have to be at least plus 12. Because I rolled a 20 on my investigation for reading that book.
I mean,
Theoretically, it could be.
Theoretically.
Mordain doesn't know about the skeletons.
What?
Like he
He's
doesn't
actually
know
never
they
seen
them?
he doesn't know they exist, or they just do what he
Are
says.
they invisible to him?
No, they do what he says, and he says that there's like planned drills and maintenance, but they like go somewhere for that.
Hey, he's
Oh.
never once questioned that.
No.
And no one's been like, where do these go?
Mordain only cares about books.
Okay, guys, I have a plan. I just hatched an idea.
Oh boy.
Right,
We-
I think you guys
don't
are
like
away
this.
from me.
We disguise ourselves as Skeletor servitors and infiltrate their organization, and then we follow them to where they go when they get maintenance. And then we stage a revolution of them against their master.
That's a really great idea. We should definitely do that.
Yeah, I you know I'm down. Disguise to sell servitor.
I was actually just telling Connor what you and I were going to do.
We're already of one mind. All right. Well, I'll read this dissertation and keep an eye on things.
Are we supposed to be distracting him so Connor can do something?
I was distracting him. I thought you guys were with Connor. Are you with me?
Yeah. No, the whole yearbook situation happened, which gives you guys time to do whatever.
Yeah,
you're
we are becoming art critics. Ori wanders over to the art piece and he says, I appreciate the energy, but I just think the brush strokes and the color is a little off-putting. There's just not a vitality to it.
Could be so much more.
It could be so much more. Also, this lighting is abysmal.
The lighting is abysmal.
I wonder if the servitors are art appreciators. He was looking at it for a little while. Maybe it refreshes their minds.
Yeah.
Brings them that
can
joie de
we-
vivre.
Do we want to watch and see
That's
if
what
another
keeps
one
them
comes
animated.
over to it? Or
I want to investigate it first.
Okay.
I want to
Yeah.
see, does it come off the wall? Is it actually a portal? Can I
Go
toss a
for it.
pebble through it? All of that.
You can't throw rocks at the artwork, Rutherford.
I can. This one's only 300 gold pieces. It's
yeah,
fine.
it's only 300 gold.
Okay, with the 19, you see the painting like is the wall. It's not attached to the wall.
A
It's like
mural.
embedded in the wall. But it has a frame. Like it looks like it's hung on the wall, but it's not.
So it's a
And
fake
as you're
frame
like
on a mural.
investigating this and like trying to pull it off the wall and it doesn't come off the wall, and then you push and you can tell that if you pushed, it would push in.
Mhm.
Well,
Okay.
Is
I
there
mean,
is there someone's name underneath the $300? Is it like is it signed? Is it a signed piece of art?
Yeah, because they want 300 gold for it.
Who dat?
It's
the artist
If
du
it's
jour
not Fred,
is
the dean, or Figure, I'm gonna riot.
Nightsteed
Fred
is an
does paint in his
appropriate
spare time.
choice as well.
Endo Bitterbloom.
Indo Bitterbloom. Like the
Start
letter
writing.
N.DOE Bitterbloom?
No, Endio.
Indo.
Hey,
Bitterbloom.
Mungojerry, does the name Endo Bitterbloom show up in your little or yearbook you just read?
You know, we're just shouting through the
Yeah.
library.
Yes.
It's I'll page through it, and I will look for Endo Bitterbloom
In which
in
The
the
necromancy section.
the necromancy department in the index of the yearbooks.
I assume it's alphabetical. Something.
Yeah.
Right?
it's by year.
Yeah, so I'll go by year.
Or
and
you
I'll
go
just
to
What
the
kind of yearbook
necromancy
is this?
section, and in
I'll
all
go
of
to-
the necromancy section, you don't find Endo
Oh.
Okay. Well, I have time to kill, so I'll keep looking for Bitterbloom. Not. in
I
the
got-
Okay,
I'm
well,
saying
just let
there's
us know
not-
when it shows up.
There's not like another book that says this student is in this year, and this year, and this year. That would be
But
like a fully
the y-
alphabetical.
The yearbook doesn't have an index.
No, each individual yearbook has
There's
an
a
index.
lot of
There's
yearbooks.
not
There's
an
not a
index
master
of
yearbook index.
No.
What kind of school is this?
Is that a thing in real schools?
Yeah, you have an index at the back of your yearbook that you can.
No, but of all
Per
yearbooks.
year.
Oh, of all the years. No,
They-
The
and then
school's been
every
around for a
year-
lot of years.
Every year they rewrite the master index to include the new
New
student.
student.
Oh, no, Logan.
And they republish it.
Well, okay, so I figure I look at Nightseed's year, and I look at the last 4 years, because
Yeah.
I'm assuming if they want $300 for it,
They're still
this
around
is a
to
reason.
collect.
Yeah. So I'll just start from the most current one and work my way.
Yeah.
down.
It seems like he is a current third year.
Do I know what department he's in?
Finance.
Economics.
No?
The
I
future.
don't know.
The
economics.
department of the future.
The future department of future.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'll find. Don't you worry, Indo Bitterbloom. We'll find you.
The future department of the present and the future.
50
Alright, I
years
yelled
from
back,
now,
"Oh,
he will
he's a
be in
third
a
year."
53-year-old yearbook. So when it's a convenient time, I will push on through this fake wall door situation and see what's on the other side.
'Kay.
Utilizing
when-
both my stealthiness and my dark vision.
When you find a quiet time, there's no servitor skeletons, there's nobody looking down the hallway. You think it's pretty silent. You push on the painting, and it causes a stone slab to it pushes the painting in, and then the wall pushes in, and then it recedes into the ground. Revealing a small hallway that's dimly lit by motes of magical light that float in small, slow, random patterns near the passageway's ceiling, so interspersed throughout. And then the hall continues downward into darkness, and then you see 20 feet ahead to your left. There's a little bit of light, and it looks like there's a door that's ajar.
I open the jar
You open the jar.
sneakily. Well, first I listen at the jar,
Okay,
then I twist the lid.
make a perception check.
Whew, 5. It's
5. You don't hear anything on the
perfect.
door.
Perfect.
You open the jar, and you see a small stone room that smells of must and old.
Hazelnut?
Oh.
Bookshelves line the wall, similar to the rest of the library. These are mainly empty, and there's a table against the right wall. A cushioned chair sits in the middle of the room. Most of the furniture is old, except for the chair, which appears to be a new addition. A simple wooden door lies to the left.
Okay. Quick scan of the titles of the books. Just to
I
get
don't
a
think
theme.
I have those details.
Can I get a theme for the room? It's the botany department's secret underground
I don't
poison
think it's
room.
themed. It's assorted books
Okay,
of no seeming relation.
interesting. Okay, we're checking the shelves for secret pull-out levers and torches that you twist. Does the cushion of the chair pull out and drop into a magician's trap door under the stage? Secret ways out of this room.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Ugh. That's a 9.
9. You don't find any secret levers or secret cushions. You do notice that the room is quite clean and appears to have seen some recent use. And then the door that's like continues seemingly from this room is locked.
Okay. Can I look around the room for signs of its most recent inhabitant? Is there like a pot of ink that got spilled that matches the color of the ink on Nightseed's desk, or crumbs of a chocolate raisin cookie or whatever it is that I gave her, something that would indicate somebody who's recently scratched in
I forgot about the cookie, the gift.
Betty was here or something on a desk that looks recent.
Yes. Make an investigation check with disadvantage.
Fine. 8.
Okay. No, you don't find anything like that. The more you look at the room, the more it seems like it is spotless. Like there's nothing left behind. There's not even like fur or feathers or dandruff or anything like on the cushion on the chair. Like it doesn't even look like it's necessarily been sat in, except it's broken in. It's comfy.
Okay, so there's a locked door out of this room, and then I can return to the tunnel that I came in through. And that tunnel goes further down?
Yep.
Is the painting still open? Like, are we
Yeah.
sitting there watching? Is there a way to put the painting back up?
Do you want to look for that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Roll investigation.
17.
Yeah, you find a small switch.
On the inside or the outside?
Like the wall would close over the switch. So you like switch it and then you have to go whichever way you're gonna go. Like if you close the garage door and then you have to run.
I could reopen it though from the outside.
From the outside.
way-
Yeah, we can push it
okay.
again.
Okay, yeah, I'll close that.
'Kay.
Toodaloo!
When Mage Hand
Good
leans out
luck.
the door and waves back at you. We are gonna pick the lock in the room first. Try and get through that door.
Roll that check.
Thieves' tools with dexterity, I assume?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So 10.
10 is not gonna cut it.
Man, I keep thinking like I should use that token on this next roll. I should do that, and then I never do, and then I'm screwed by it. Okay.
Next time.
Yeah, right. Okay, back out to the hallway. We are gonna progress further down.
Let me make sure I know what's happening.
Now, Bohuckle, we don't think anything would happen to him down there, do we?
No, he's very effective on his own. I'm sure he's
He's totally safe.
he's
he knows how to run.
investigating any locked doors. He'll breeze through those.
Okay. There's
Never met a locked door that would stop him.
No,
the
that
hall-
run.
hallway
Very
continues down
good.
into darkness, which is not a problem for you. About 100 feet. The magical moats that were near the entrance follow you actually down the hallway. So as you go, they're like tracing your steps, so they're shining dim light over you. And as the hallway proceeds, it turns at regular but seemingly random regular intervals, seemingly random directions, until it ends at a closed door, and you can see light streaming from the crack beneath it.
Okay. How far have I traveled?
100 feet.
100 feet. Okay. We're gonna check out that crack, see if I can see anything through it before I go opening any doors.
Okay. Make a perception check.
16.
Okay. As you approach the door, you've passed by empty rooms that, like, their doors are all open and they just have nothing in them.
Mm-hmm.
Like little, like, empty closets and stuff on the way here. But as you approach this closed door that has the light streaming out from under it, you are met with the unmistakable smell of death. And you also kind of enter a radius from the door in which your own footsteps are the only ambient sound. Like, there were other, like, creaks and stuff that were happening,
Mm-hmm.
and that all goes away, and you can just hear, like, your own, very quiet, but you can hear them quietly, footsteps. What else? The light under the door seems to be candlelight. You can see it's flickering,
Mhm.
like a lot of the light in the area. Yeah.
Okay. I don't hear anything on the other side of the door. I don't see through a keyhole a chorus of monks chanting Latin scripture in the dark or anything.
It's a chorus of skeleton servitors.
Mhm.
They're playing xylophone on each other's throats. It's actually quite intimate and beautiful.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
You got a 16? Yeah, that's all. It's eerie silence. You don't see anything.
Okay. Opening doors.
Roll stealth.
Oh boy. I will
Maybe
take
use that
advantage
token.
on this one. 27 and a 26. Let's go. Didn't even need it. I am
Always
the
goes.
knight.
Perfect. Oh, nice. Okay, you crack the door open, and inside of this room, you see 5 servitor skeletons that are, like, I don't know, lined up regularly. Like, there's 2 and then 1, so they're, like, in almost a defensive position, it seems like. There's also various blackboards set up all around the room that are filled with arcane equations. And I think that's everything of note. Like, it's these skeletons and then these calculations, and that's it.
Okay. So the skeletons that we've seen out in the library and these skeletons here, is there a discernible pattern to their bird skeletons or humble folk skeletons or something I don't recognize? Are they humanoid? What do we
They're
got?
bird folk.
Like exclusively?
Yeah.
Okay. Those are the only things of note. Are there any other entrances or exits in this room that I see?
Yeah. There's a passageway on the left side of the room, which seems like it leads to a staircase that goes down.
Okay. If I have my mage hand invisibly fly over to a chalkboard and like scratch a little squeaky noise on it, do the skeletons does that get their attention in any way?
It's skeletons here.
No.
Okay. I'm going to sneak into the room and
Philosophy.
go down those stairs.
Okay. You can do that. I think.
Oh boy, I hope.
I mean, they rolled really shit on their wisdom check, so
Sure.
I think you're good.
Okay. I hope my 27 beats their whatever.
Yeah, they rolled a natural 1, so I'm pretty sure you can sneak
I
out.
think I beat them. I hope they don't have a plus 26.
Yeah, you can slip. Maybe there's not a door. It's just a staircase that goes down. So you can slip onto that staircase. It is dark and the moats stop following you. But you have dark vision, so that should be fine. We'll carry your stealth roll, but I'll roll for this.
I'd love to hear that. I'm okay with it.
It is a pretty good
You're gonna be
stealth.
fine.
I will never complain about carrying a 27.
Now, Bohuckle, how long do we give him before we start looking for the body? You know, you
Okay.
think an hour, 2 hours,
Oh, 3 days or so.
3 days?
He's
Well,
very
but
capable.
see, the
but
rot
not
sets
very
in
speedy.
after, 24 hours.
We have a theoretical resurrectionist upstairs.
Oh, true. Never mind.
While this is happening, Abby, can I remember from me looking at like the necromancy department photos in the yearbooks over the years, were all the professors bird folk who were in the Great Purge of Danger necromancers?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Good.
All of the
Great.
professors, historically, have not been bird folk. But all of the necromancy people were.
That's what I wanted to know.
Okay, down these stairs. The stairs just seem to go down for a ways and then end. And at the bottom of the stairs, you see. Let me see if I have a handout.
Oh boy.
Oh God.
I love a handout.
Oh, gosh.
Handout, man, oh man.
You see this, buddy?
Brace ourselves. Oh man.
I love his name.
cobble frame.
I'm obsessed with his name.
I mean, she's giving. She's giving.
He's giving Cobble
Look at
Fright.
those hands.
For sure.
Cobble Fright.
Okay.
She looks like she makes a fun noise when she walks.
How many
What if
When she
limbs?
cobbles.
are there? 6? Are there 2 front arms and then 4 feet?
I think it has the 2 wing arms, and then it
Yeah.
has the 1 foot arm. Oh, 2 foot arm, and
Yeah, I
then
think
2
No,
foot
I think it
foot.
is 6. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's T-Rex and then 4.
Yeah,
There's
the
2
T-Rex
lone
wings
fingers
and
coming
feet.
out of the back.
Those
Those
aren't
are
arms.
spikes
Those are just
from the back.
yeah.
I mean, this is
Those are
giving
decorative spikes.
Defensive spike.
This is giving AI art.
Rude.
Okay, so I see this thing.
Yeah, you see that
Cobble
thing.
Fright. I correctly
just-
identify it as a cobble fright, apparently.
You're like, if I was to name that, I would name it Cobble Fright.
It's
And I
immediately
shall-
recognizable.
And I shall call you Cobble Fright. Okay. And what else is in this room?
It's literally just this thing standing at the bottom of this long
Is it?
stairway.
Important question: is it facing the wall or is it facing the stairs?
It's facing the stairs.
Oh, that's worse.
Is it just? And it's just. How big is it? It's just hanging out.
It's
This big.
size large.
And where is the smell of death coming from?
Omnipresent.
It's gonna be Connor in a little bit.
It doesn't seem like anything's decaying. Right?
Of note, we're gonna rest for at least an hour before we go in.
I mean, it's been at least 30 minutes already.
Yeah, and all you guys have done is sat outside of a painting.
Admiring it.
Okay, well,
I mean, I said we bring in the heavy guns. Let's get the dean. We can toodaloo this guy out to next week.
No, because then he's gonna show up in the future department. We have to send him to the past.
Oh, right.
what tricks do I have up my sleeve? I really don't
It's
think I have
called
too
run back
much.
and get your friends.
No, I don't want to leave and then we come back and oh, it's gone. Where did it go? You know?
Well,
'Cause
just send us a message.
I can't send a message through this much stone.
Can your mage hand bring us a message?
I think it disappears if it's 30 feet away from me, it goes away.
How
So
did
no.
it get out? Do we think it just walked through the painting and then out the front door that one day?
There's one locked door that's unaccounted for.
Okay.
Well, but if it's size large, how big is the painting?
was floor to ceiling painting, right? The painting was the door.
Yes.
You're there.
It is
you
only
should
made.
measure
Maybe
it.
someone's casting enlarge reduce constantly to get it in and out.
Right.
Build a wall, just lock it in there, and then with the problem's solved.
Would you rather fight one large gobble fright or 10 tiny gobble
I would rather see Connor fight 10 little ones.
Yeah, watching Connor fight 10 little ones would be funny.
I would rather fight the one big guy. Okay. Oh man.
I mean, technically, you've got that ambush spell, I guess, but we're never gonna know when to come in.
I know. Okay, I'm hidden right now. Nobody knows I've been in here. I will exfiltrate the facility.
'Kay.
When I get to the bookshelf.
Yep.
The painting.
Yep.
I will knock in a pattern on the inside of it and wait 30 seconds and see if anything happens. It's discernible that it's
you all watching, looking at the painting, critiquing the art.
The
Here.
color's all wrong.
Hear the knock.
Oh, it has a sound element. Okay,
Oh,
I'll
okay.
give it some points for that.
That is good. That is
We appreciate immersive art.
Who is it?
Do I hear anything on the other side of the wall? These two clowning around.
Yeah, you hear them.
Yeah, okay, I open the door.
You can't.
I can't open the door from the inside?
No.
I knock frantically.
Hello, who is it? We don't want what you're selling.
Yeah,
Hey, I like the knocking, but it just doesn't make sense thematically. Zombies, skeletons, knocking?
No,
It
see,
doesn't sound
but
like
it
bones.
doesn't
It
have-
sounds like a
it's-
paw on
It's
stone.
frantic knocking, so it builds
Oh, the
tension.
frantic-
Like you just
that's
feel.
trapped inside. Get out.
If the artist saying they're trapped in this type of painting.
Help, I'm trapped in a postmodern art hellscape and I can't get out.
Their soul is trapped within the essence of the painting. I get it. Ori has procured a cigarette.
Yeah. I'll nonchalantly point at something on it and accidentally push too hard and knock the door open.
Uh-huh.
No. Rutherford, how long have you been there? Did you know this painting has a sound element?
Yes. Inside. Mungojerry, where are you at? Are you here?
Oh,
No,
Mungojerry!
you have to shout for Mungo.
I'll scream to the library to get your attention.
Oh, I think I am needed. More time to, I return the things
Mhm.
and I toddle on off and I just, say, don't wait up. I'll be back, but I don't know when. And I scurry on down to this gathering.
Okay. So there is what it's a working name, working title, but I think I like it. There's a cobble fright down
I
at
know
the bottom
exactly.
of
I
the
can picture it in my
Great
mind.
name. Oh, perfect. Well
It's very
done.
evocative.
So evocative. It gets the people
I could
going.
paint it now.
Yes, okay. So about 100 feet in, down some stairs, behind 5 skeletal servitors, there is a cobble fright. There is a locked door that I was unable to open, and I would appreciate some muscle breaking down, Ori, namely. Apparently, you can't get yourself out of this
There's a
secret
button
passage.
right there.
Yes, well, when this closes, that's covered. You can't press that button. So somebody has to be on the outside to let people out.
Wait, I thought the button was on the inside, Abby.
Mm-mm.
It's in the interstitial space.
It's like a
What
garage
a-
door.
Wow, what an SAT word.
Okay.
A cobble
Is
fright an interstitial?
Oh, I
Okay,
hate when there's
wow.
an interstitial cobble fright.
okay.
Oh my
This
God.
The
door.
worst. You can't decide if it wants in or out.
We're so liminal right now.
Let's just try this. Everyone get inside.
Ah,
Well, One
terrible
person
idea.
stay outside.
One person stay
Stay out
outside.
here. I'll
Okay.
stay out here.
Okay.
Okay, Mungo,
Then
if you
we'll
hear
close it.
if you hear somebody knock,
Hmm.
in
It's
a
not the
pattern.
painting, it's you trying to get
It's-
out?
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know. Don't listen to him.
Continue.
There's a sound element involved in this piece. I know it.
Okay,
Yeah,
now we
I'll
close the door.
Mhm.
Is the door locked? I would argue no if you can just open it. Ergo, thaumaturgy can open a door if it's unlocked.
I think if a door needs a mechanism to open, it is considered
Listen.
locked until that mechanism is activated.
I agree with that.
Outside, you simply
Just
push.
can you use the
Any
knock?
door that you can push and open is not locked. I'd argue it's not even closed at that point. It's not latched.
I think there's a latching.
Roll a
process or
d6.
something.
Oh, that's how we're gonna decide this.
Abby,
That's
I'm
ridiculous.
so proud of
Yes.
you. Make the dice choose.
Okay, yeah, you can thaumaturgy it open, but it's
Yeah.
loud, right?
Mungojerry, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can hear you.
This is not the painting. This is Bohuckle.
Yes, Bohuckle, yes, I know it's my nephew. A painting would never be able to capture.
On the count of 5, I need you to scream loudly to cover up what I'm about to do.
To cover up this door opening.
Start singing,
yeah,
but
that's
not
right.
right in front of the painting. Maybe a
Oh,
little
no.
further away.
The acoustics are great here. I can do that for you. Yeah, it's just
Okay.
it's a stone hallway. It'll be easy.
Perfect. 5. And then I thought it open.
Boom. Okay, yeah, it opens.
Perfect. Now you can come in here.
I
Wait.
settle on down and I say, just practicing. Don't mind me.
We
Close
don't want
the
to
door.
tell anyone that there's something down here before
No,
we go and
can't
deal with it.
trust anybody. We'll write a note and leave it and say, if we don't return, we died
Well-
valiantly in this tunnel.
We know where it is, but we still don't know who made it.
The
How
thing
close
is,
are we to nighttime, Abby?
Not.
Ori,
No.
You're
I
at
hear
like
you.
lunchtime.
Okay.
I hear you and I understand, but there's still a door that's unaccounted for. I've figured out the rest of the ways in and out
Oh.
of this place. I would
I'll
like
account for that door.
Yes, let's account for the door, please. Then we can go figure out who we need to talk to. If the door opens into the dean's office and we went and talked to the dean, well, that would put us in a bit of trouble, wouldn't it?
True, but you know,
The dean
Okay.
is busy trying to steal a stone that he thinks we left in our room.
bring me this to this door.
I show
Is
him
it not
the door.
going to hear us break the door open?
Well, they just heard you thaumaturgy the other door open, so quite
Well,
frankly,
they-
I think that ship is
That's
sailed.
probably, they just think that's some from inside the
We
library.
hear a rumble in the distance.
It's the cobbling of Frights deep
No,
below
Yeah,
this
that's
us.
it. That thing
this
doesn't
is just the
rumble. It
rehear-
tip
no,
taps.
this-
We hear
This
a
is-
cobble in the deep.
This is just the rehearsal for our great tender musical that we're talking about, the Scorched Grove, and we need epic noises for the battle scene of
Put
the
that
fire
thing back where it
element.
came from, or so help me.
Yes, the thaumaturgy is the sound effect for so I'll just be making everything musical. How do you do it?
How do we stealth through loud noises to cover ourselves?
Yes.
People know we're here, but they don't know exactly what we're doing.
But they're confused
sound
by our
alone.
presence.
It's not
doesn't
stealth,
sound-
it's inconspicuous.
Yeah. It's conspicuous,
There we go.
inconspicuous, which
Yeah,
is my
yeah, oh God.
specialty.
All right,
Perfect.
let's go
Okay.
force the door open.
Okay. Force the door open with athletics if you would like.
I
I'd
help.
love to. Athletics. that
Maybe
door right
sing us
open.
a. Oh, well,
Oh, nice.
don't need a bardic inspiration. That works.
Okay, do you use your axe? Like a horror movie?
I was thinking about that. Is it an axeable door? Because then yes, I'll axe.
Yeah, it's an axeable door. You like
Okay.
axe it and then you can like pry it apart.
Yeah, I like fireman it, you know, a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Or get
Yeah,
it
you
around, get a wing
fireman it,
around to open up that
And then once you get a wing around it and you open it and it opens to a small closet containing a birdfolk figure standing upright, eyes closed as if they're sleeping, and they have a field of gray swirling energy around them. Which like as you're opening the door, you kind of like touch the energy
I
accidentally.
was like, I
and
don't
it-
want to touch that.
No, and you get to, and it feels kind of viscous. It's like a jelly energy almost.
It's thick.
But I think the most important
She's thick and
feature.
not in a good way.
the most important feature of what is in this door is the bird folk standing there is Mordain.
What?
Mordain! Wait, with his eyes closed?
With his eyes closed, a field of swirling energy around him, and that's where
So
we'll pick up
someone's-
next time.
No!
Masquerading as Mordain?
Absolutely not.
How dare they do this to
I've
Mordain?
spent so much quality time with Mordain, and now he does this to me. I'm taking this personal. We had conspiratorial winks over glasses.
He's trying to blame what's her name? Pawn off the blame. We'll see. We'll see what's up
He
with
did
this.
try to
Mordain.
sow dissent. Wow.
Good thing he was unconscious because I was not quiet.
No.
He would have seen the first dress rehearsals of the musical of the Tenders.
And not known what was coming for him.
A work in progress.
What a thing to wake up to.
And now you're in the scorched grove. Be a lava snake. Wow.
Congratulations, you get the role of Lava Snake.
Jeez Louise.
If anything, he gets to be Schlorpo because he's currently
The
viscous.
plot thickens.
Florpo.
So does the air.
Lots of things are thick that should not be.
You heard it here first.
Why is it thick?
All right, we will pick up there next week, I think. Our schedules are iffy at best, but
Constantly
should-
in flux.
yeah, constantly in flux for all of us. But I
The
think
moment should
everyone's
be
around
fine.
next week at the moment. So stay tuned. Thank you for joining us on this fun adventure. As always, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Goodbye.